The Medium is premiering a membership and also a mentorship, which is offering all the courses Tanya has created and will create on magic, medicine, ritual practices, currently including the Energy Body Demystified, the Foundation to Healing, $888 unlocked. Soliciting Solitude, a growing meditation library, normally $111 unlocked. Along with Love the Skin You're In, Become Heart-Centric, and this mini-series, normally $222. A Witcher's Way to Manifesting, Monetizing Your Medicine in this 40-day immersion to manifestation, $397 coming February 2023. Uncovers Secrets of the Other World, the Elemental World, the Gateway to the Imagination, the Shaman's Portal, and so much more. Also coming soon, normally $444. Voices of the Other World, a follow-up to Secrets of the Other World, connecting with the beings of the unseen world who can assist us so that we become an ally, working with them to align in a new way of being. Normally $777 coming soon after Secrets of the Other World, part of the mentorship and membership offer. This opportunity also comes with a private community, a village to commune and ask questions, private group on Facebook, and a shaman village in the portal. Over 11 recorded sessions, video and audio, written materials to support you, numerous meditations and rituals as well, and an experiential opportunity. And the bonuses are amazing. Bonus 1, the first 20 people to sign up get a free 15-minute intuitive divination session with me, valued at $75. Bonus 2, all members are going to get Soliciting Solitude free, valued at $111. I am adding so much more to the Shaman Healing Academy, including monthly group sessions, soul support, rituals, and more. Sign up today and you will get an email from me with more details. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Hi there. I forgot to open my restream. Give me a minute. Do you love how we can do all this live? If I could spell. And we are off. I believe we are off. And we are transforming. We are live. So with that, inshallah and ashe, welcome to a Wisdom of Wednesday here. And to all my replay and live stream viewers. Either way, grateful to have you here joining the show today. So while we're waiting for people to hop on to the live stream or to listen to the replay, what's on the agenda today? Lots of things, right? Always, always. So are we ready to accept where our heart space belongs in the future? What does that even feel like? So it really is a day to take a breath and a pause. It's time to receive that pause point, the void, to go to the waters, to be and feel the flow, things that you may have created, a future you thought you could accept and your heart wants. However, some of the conditions, those terms and conditions, that are always on the bottom of the field that your heart felt created might be a little scratchy, maybe a little hard to open up to accept. So go with the flow. Water, what happens for us when we open up our heart, the star that we are. So if you're feeling some resistance to the change of that offer, the door to creativity is really the key, but we just got to change the color. So if the parameters that you've initiated for your future self, it's time to to take you to that peace point, the pause point, and those joy molecules. Then it's a pause for peace so we can have a breath of fresh air. So take the pause, create some sacred space. So how do we allow that to happen? What's allowance? It's like getting an allowance. What do you feel when you hear the word allow, right? So being in the heightened degrees of Scorpio, the hows, the whens, the whos, the wheres, sometimes, give us permission, even like on our computers. Do you give things permission, the safety? So the security, right? The permission. So are there any trespassers maybe or solicitors that you may have opened the door to, either aware or not aware? So kind of sitting with our feelings, the cosmic field, and kind of defining where the line in the sand is. It's time for allowing and that creative permission, getting the permission slips, kind of like when you're in school, you get the permission slip to go down the hallway. And vulnerability, that can really open up and illuminate, add light to where we will, or maybe we're needing to focus our inner solitude and work on our inner selves. So insights come from the darkest of shadows, the places where we often fear to tread or thread. So if you are in unfamiliar waters, or maybe one of your own shadows, you may be ready to face those spiritual monsters in the closet. So just know that your heart will beacon more light where the healing and the shadows are. They tend to become our greatest ally. At least that's what I found. So open the door and go big or go home. And take your message out into the world to manifest. Focus your thoughts and your feelings on being productive. The round table you've created, everyone in your village will benefit when we all work together. And if you feel it, then your heart will light up. It'll be like E.T., that's what I always see, E.T., saying yes, to really receive some soul capital of those creations. It's kind of like a widget confirmation, if you will. And with that, welcome to today's daily snippet. I'm a little slow, obviously, but I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. But I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is a merging of it all. And my intention is to utilize the indigenous technologies along with the elemental realms, our original divine blueprint, which is also our soul's harmonic, to navigate through these realms, whether it's the elemental, the imaginal, into and through the shaman's portal, the 8th energetic center, the cosmos, the subtle realms, and really so much more, with offerings, prescriptions, and rituals, usually the otherworldly kind, I might add, to really add to the juice, the sauce of your own personal container, your ingredients, those ingredients within the container, which is generally our own personal medicine, our prime directive, really just assisting you in discovering your own inner genius and navigating, obviously, as well, your personal medicine, if that need be. The star that I believe we all are, just reintroducing you to that magical essence, the starlight being that resides within us, so that your light shines even brighter. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room, if you will. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do, YouTube or otherwise. I'm kind of all over the place, but Tanya D on YouTube, Musing with Tanya D, my podcast. A new one will be out on the highway next week. The Otherworldly Insights, out for your musing pleasure, as always. We do have the season of Scorpio, Pluto in the house. That was this week's podcast, every other week there. But it's our soul star. It's shedding the shaman's portal, the mystical, the imaginal as well. And I always like to give a big shout out to the village, my new subscribers, Ashe, and thank you. I appreciate that from the bottom of my soul. And to those of you that have been a part of my journey since the beginning as well, gratitude to you. And also those of you that are tuning into the replay. And if you don't mind hitting the bell button so you're notified, along with the white button. And remember, a comment or a share does get you a message for your day to get you out on your way. And you can also find me on other social channels, of course, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, Facebook, in some private groups, and my regular page. However, if your soul is nudging, probably kicking and screaming as per usual, the Shamanic Healing Academy, the doors are open. So who is this for? It's for mystics, intuitives, psychics, and more. So if you're on the threshold of your personal medicine, it's a private sacred circle, a village to utilize as well. And you can see what it's all about at tanyad.com, or join the waitlist as we are still nipping and tucking away. I have a membership or a mentorship opportunities because I'm all about opportunities and options. I am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer, but sometimes we do need an otherworldly life coach assistant to really get us out of our own way. And the daily snippet, why do I go live every day? It's about healing, energetic boundaries, insights of the other world, the world of spirit, the element of the day, the chakras, subtle energies, even a chakra of the day, actually. I guess I should say that more often. But it's an airy, light, sensitive kind of a day today. And the waters of going with the flow. We had a lot of water yesterday, more water today. So it's not a great day to go against the thread lines. It's probably the best day to spend some time in your own sacred space, maybe solicit your own inner solitude, creative and inspiritedness. That's going to be organically flowing along with balance and harmony and fairness. It kind of feels more sacral-like, getting in touch with our emotional field. those are kind of the tones for the day, and just being able to go to the depths of our own sound bowl, if you will. That's where you're going to find your organic flow, the most comfortable space with someone or with something or an event, a situation. So if you're making a deal, a big deal, creating an agreement, maybe today brings the creative voice of fairness and balance. It's coming to the round table to negotiate and be in the flow. And then our heart space, the streams of our heart root, the root of the heart, to find a sacred space in this balance and these harmonics. So it's like being a delicate flower. I keep seeing a white flower today on my peripheral, but opening and closing like a flower, opening and closing as it's spinning to find the note that suits you the best. So just be creative and spin those notes, and what lights you up, what shines you up, I guess. And just pay attention, extra attention, to the ones that literally close you down, what like the flower closing. So be in your heart's organic creative flow. This is the path of least resistance. That's what engages our heart. It's a spiritual grace and it's spiritual ease. So with that, just a few announcements. And yes, I still got my fairy godchildren cold. It's great. But our options today, because of my fairy godchildren cold, we got Just Breathe in the Sand, which the sand, drawing the lines in the sand. We do have Sky Blue because our throat center's online. And I chose Eucalyptus in the Shower because I'm having a hard time breathing still. But I'm doing great, right? So with that, those are your options. Just a few announcements. The Musing with Tanya D podcast, the Otherworldly Insights, dedicated to Scorpio, Pluto. But I do have a new one coming out on Monday to Raguel, the Archangel of Sagittarius. We're heading into Sagittarius. Sometimes I get time backwards. I'm just saying that. And again, the Shamanic Healing Academy, I'm still nipping and tucking, but the doors are open. You can kind of explore what's in there. You can't get to the back end, however, because it's a hub and I'm super excited to have it. Sometimes we do need some soul support. It's kind of starting out that way as a membership. And then I do have the mentorship. So I'm all about options. I think sometimes we do need another worldly life coach, a little more one-on-one. But again, for the first 20 people, not only am I offering you Soliciting Solitude for free, but you're also going to get a 15-minute intuitive divination session with moi, yours truly. And of course, the Energy Body Demystified, also for free. So you can decide $55 a month for a membership to get in, or almost over $1,000 for the opportunity if you were to separate and purchase them so far, actually. Or just be part of the mentorship and really take it up a notch. Listening to your soul, navigating your spirit. Also, coaching. I do have the link here for some coaching, Otherworldly Coaching, if you would like. I've been doing more soul support coaching lately, which I find pretty interesting and curious, being in the thread lines, especially since the eclipse. Sometimes we need more soul support, if you get my drift. On the elemental highway, we do have what's called a Yin Water Rooster of a day. Roosters are kind of cocky, just like a rooster, right? But we've got a water rooster, so this rooster's more in the flow. But all of the elementals there, they're giving birth to an element. What does that look like? So the rooster, the pig, and the tiger are all birthing elements, if you will. They're kind of like cardinal signs in a weird way. But the rooster is birthing the element of water. The pig is birthing the element of wood. And the tiger is birthing fire. And at the hour of the snake, we're going to have the birth of metal. So lots of interesting there. We got a lot of metal and a lot of water, similar to yesterday. Kind of feels floody. But this yin water is actually more intuitive, full of insights, likes to find answers, likes to go with the flow. This is a river. So our day is surrounded by resources like the boss, the mentors, the parents, and big water. Big water is an opposing force to our yin water. So it's like sibling rivalry or people you work with. There's some friction there. But our day is strong. It's rising to its season. It is cold, however. Yes, and I still have a cold. We do need some yin fire, a candle to warm up our day. And yang fire would be great to reflect with the yang water. So they kind of balance each other out. That's awesome. It creates a warming effect, you know, when you're like out on a boat and the sun's glaring and you're trying to get a tan, or at least I used to. Don't tan very well. Redheads don't tan, just so you know. Just kidding. We do need big earth. We do need a mountain. We do have lots of water, moving water and still water. We've got a big ocean of water, if you will. But we definitely need fire, and we do need some hardy, dry earth, maybe some nature to soak up some water, take the intuition, those creative ideas and visions. We do have the poet on the month, poetry, expressing emotions through poetry, writing of songs. Great. It's below the quarter tank of gas, if you will, or a third tank of gas. It's pretty low, so it's kind of simmering. But we do have the networker on the year, so it's a great day to be social and chatty, creating some networking opportunities. Maybe your tribe and your vibe is growing and you got more followers. But fire, it's really time to warm the hearth, the home, the center of the home, energetically, even like feng shui. That's kind of what the center of the home is, the heart of the home, right? Generally, usually it's the kitchen. Not always, but often. Okay, and on to the messages of the day. Again, your options, sky blue, drawing your line in the sand to just breathe, in my case, and eucalyptus in the shower, which that looks amazing, doesn't it? I love that. I've been seeing that online a few times. So comment your option, whatever you're going with there. And if you chose the sky blue, the throat center, it's all about spiritual truths. The 9 of Cups. Nines of the nines, the 9 lives and all. But this is an action initiated by our emotions. The moon's still in Leo, so it's heartfelt emotions. It's going to enter Virgo by day's end. But it's water, emotions, intuition, relationships, healing, our subconscious, it's connections. And we have a pretty watery day. So what does the 9 of Cups have to say? It's about gratitude. It's about celebration. It's this big, happy energy, great things that have happened, are happening, or are going to happen. So we've done this amazing job. We've navigated through these rough waters. We're treading through them on a new journey. But now it's time to enjoy the harvest. Or is it? So this is encouraging us to shift our focus from the external to the internal. Our accomplishments, possessions, careers, stuff like that. Maybe it's time to enhance our life. That's kind of what they do. But the most important thing in our lives usually are those intangible things, things that get in the way. Our ego usually, the 9, which is the ego, overinflating the ego. So it's time to bring ourselves kind of back to the heart of our life, the center of the home, stuff like that. Following the sky blue, we do have this healing of breath in the air, the breath. So if you chose the sand, the writing in the sand, you get the 3 of Swords. Woo, sorry, my screen's up high. But 3s and 9s. So this is intelligence, change, communication, power, action, communication. I think I said that. But the Swords. So the Swords, the 3 of Swords. The 3 is like opening up our heart to believe, the sun and the moon doing the dance, to do the dance, and then our heart believes just feels right. It just lights up organically. So being in the season of Scorpio, power and boundaries, we may need to release something. That's kind of the 3 of Swords. What is this all about? Might be wondering. It's loss, it's pain, it's grief. It too is otherworldly, however. I don't know if you can see like, whew, the showering down from there. But this is kind of it's signifying a heartbreak, maybe a release of a heartbreak. Maybe it's betrayal. Maybe it is grief. But it does serve as an acknowledgement that you are in or close to the ebb. Things might feel hard, maybe even harder than hard, actually solid like a broken rock or a rock, just hard. But despite, this place, you may just find yourself in. It's really important to understand that this is simply just a part of life, the ebb and flow of life. And we do need contrasts. We do need paradoxes and paradigms of experiences in order to live heart full, wholeheartedly. So we have to kind of touch all little crevices and corners and parts and things of ourselves. And we need to experience everything with joy, sometimes those sharp pangs of heartache, to do so. That's growth. That's why we need it. So it may not feel real comforting at the moment, just allowing it to settle into our heart, feeling it fully. Don't try to wash over your hurt, especially with your ego. That comes later. or engage in like putting band-aids on those behaviors. But being that it's otherworldly, this indicates that maybe you are processing hurt in a healthy way. Maybe you're struggling to move on from the past. Maybe part of you is lingering in that hurt. So you may need to kind of push yourself a little bit to really move on forward. But it also could be maybe that you're creating a lot of pain for yourself with how you self-talk, the mind. Swords are communication, that inner voice. So if you've been hard on yourself, maybe you have negative affirmations, maybe you're being negative, it's really a great time to work on shifting your thought patternings, the conversations that you have inside your head, that inside voice. Yeah, we all can work on that. That's why I go with I'm doing great. Okay, and if you chose the eucalyptus in the shower, I can just see that in my peripheral, can't you? We finish up with the lovers. So you got the lovers if you chose the eucalyptus. This is about deep connection, love, sacred relationships. This is deep connection with another person. Often it is romantic, but not necessarily or strictly so. It could also mean love is on its way, or it's referring to a relationship that's currently on your mind, filtering through the mind. So it's kind of encouraging us to, or asking us, I guess, allowing ourselves to maybe be a little bit more vulnerable, be honest in your relationships. But it's also important to remember that love is kind of a choice, and there's different kinds of love, by the way. Love for your pet, love for a cup of coffee, different kinds of love, all different kinds, right? So despite struggles, maybe joy, pain, excitement, that's what usually comes, or usually that's what it brings. But we have a choice whether or not we want to continue to show up for the relationship, how we show up for the relationship. But it's usually about opening up to receive and accept. What's curious is relationships, all kinds. Everything always has a life, death, and life cycle. We always go through cycles, right? There's always times of tension, times of ease, times of peace. And as time passes, or it's fluid and flows on by, the cycles of time. Often you find out that we do reach moments where different aspects of our relationships, some of those need to die so we can grow in order to move forward, change, growth, transformation. And then that opens a door to newfound freedoms. New space brings new adventures. So it's great to be curious. I love to question everything about what the future brings and how we can explore our own selves within relationships and also outside of the relationship. But also being that it's otherworldly, we're having a very otherworldly week. This is a message that a relationship may have gone south, gone sour. Maybe it's in conflict, but the challenge, like in any relationship, it takes two parties, right? Usually everyone brings all the baggage to the table, or maybe they don't. The baggage comes out later. So as we continue to get comfortable with each other and doing the dance, the sun and the moon, usually our issues kind of bubble to the surface and make themselves known. So you may be dealing with a long-standing pattern that is you, because usually it's about ourselves, in the right now moment. So once again, it's kind of a choice or an opportunity, whatever we wish to do. Opportunities are choices, right? And opinions. So we can choose to be curious, or we can choose to be vulnerable, or we can shut down, put up some walls. We could choose to walk away. We could choose to stay. We've got opportunities. So do whatever feels the healthiest for you. So we are in a day of rest, receiving, relaxing, taking a hot bath, taking a shower. That's kind of what I'm sensing. So it's a kind of a relating kind of a day. So it's like, are we ready to open up and receive or accept the terms of those permissions of a relationship? Sign the line. We aren't there yet. However, it may be on the mind. So it's one of those very creative, eclectic, kind of inspirited days today. So your creativity may just be on fire, or it may be resting. Mine is actually resting. But your genius, your inner genius will come out when we give ourselves a breath of fresh air. So just imagine what your future self looks like. Be creative. Is it in harmony? Is it peaceful? Is it balanced? So I would affirm that I am in healing waters, maybe eucalyptus waters, soothing my chalice while my heart is aflame. Thanks for tuning in. I still got to fix my camera. Things are doing great. And I will see you on the other side. Got lots of fun stuff happening. But blessings to you. Super excited. Either way, I'm here. Make it a great day.